Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from my side as well. Isn't that a wonderful place? Our home here at the Lake of Constance. If you look outside, I think you can understand why we are so passionate about light. I'm honestly a kid in this industry. Honestly speaking, 2 years ago, I could hardly spell lighting. But I have a long experience in semiconductors, and it was just a coincidence which brought Jörg, Zumtobel and myself together, and only after a couple of meetings, I got so excited about both the industry, the company, and the opportunity to really help and structure this kind of new future industry. Why? Well, as a semiconductor guy, I'm used to very fast innovation cycles. That's part of the game. At the end of the day, you only sell products which define themselves by price and performance. It's a bit boring. A little bit of a semiconductor on the table is not necessarily an exciting product. Here, you have a product which is driven by technology more than ever, but in the front end, it's way more. It's fashion, it's emotion. It gives you ways of support and enable life, which is way, way different than just technology. And the combination of both, and that basically in a great company, that was a no-brainer. And honestly speaking, it was more an emotional rather than a rational decision to join the company. I have never regretted. So if you look outside, isn't light beautiful? Isn't life beautiful? It is an eye-opener if you think about that light is way, way more than the difference between dark and light. I joined the company so basically with a vision to help to support the company to structure a new future. And why do I believe there is a new one? There's a very disruptive technology now coming to our place, and it's way more than just another light source. I think people who were in the old good of days of the Kodak film were confronted now with semiconductor storage might have seen just another storage device. At the end of the day, you had to see all the additional applications behind it. Sending out pictures, manipulating them, making them better, putting a date on it. It was a whole different world. It's the same now with semiconductor, with LED technology. If you only see another light source, you miss 99% of the opportunities. It's the opportunity of connectivity. It's the opportunity of massive energy saving. It's controllability. It gives a completely different meaning to life. The UN has not selected only because they needed some year of something, but of course they had some thought about why. They understand how important light is for everybody's life. And it means something very different for everybody on Earth. For a little girl in Africa, it means the opportunity to sit at night and learn, to educate himself for a better life. For an owner of a retail shop, it means increasing revenue by attracting customers. For a hospital, it's the opportunity to heal people faster. For traffic, it's an opportunity to make people drive faster. So it's a very fragmented and very application-specific industry. But it also means that the companies who can foster all these new opportunities, in my view, will become leaders of the industry. And that brings me back to the Zumtobel Group. One thing is, which we have all in the company, whatever kind of history you have, what our background is, we all have a strong passion for light. Our slogan, taking light beyond illumination, is exactly what we want. We want to foster new ways of using light, new opportunities around the world. We all don't know what this path will look like. Nobody have ever been there. And if people today talk about connectivity, they talk about whether you use Bluetooth or wireless LAN or power line communication, and technical experts can debate forever. But it's way, way more. It brings people together. It makes our life more enjoyable. It supports us if you root it in the right way. And it might do the opposite, of course, if you don't do it. I don't like all these people sitting at tables instead of doing communication, playing computer games. But this is a misuse of technology. It's not necessarily technology per se. And I'm so happy to be part of that. And we also found great potential within our company to support this kind of new path. You know that we have 3 different businesses and 3 different brands, Zumtobel, Sohn, and Tridonic. And in the past, that was more considered to being independent businesses and loosely aligned, but not necessarily brought together in a strong force. But honestly speaking, if you think about the mission of Zumtobel, who brings emotional lighting, it's architectural lighting, it's something fascinating, it's functionalities combined with art, and we all know art is so important in our life. But we also want to bring light to everybody. We want to bring good and fantastic lighting, which is affordable, and that's the mission of Sohn. Not everybody can afford a downlight for €200, but you can also enjoy fantastic light for €30. It's not the same functionality, but it's affordable. And there's a huge opportunity for Sohn to bring light to everybody. good, fantastic lighting to everybody. And that is all fueled, of course, by Tridonic, because without the brain and all the intelligence and all the kind of innovation is strongly driven out of Tridonic, how can you really become an innovator in your industry without this kind of business? And in the past, there have been so many discussions whether we would or not would need it, because people only see a manufacturer of printed circuits board, but it's way more. It's a driving force and enabler of all these kind of new applications. But can we do that alone? No, of course not. We need all of you, partners, friends, customers. We need completely different capabilities, software engineers, people who understand user interfaces, behavioral kind of studies, completely new disciplines which we never had on board and which we can also not just develop on ourselves. And we have to bring all these competences together to create something new. And that's why I all would like to invite you to create something like a Zumtobel think tank of light where we can all contribute our ideas and see what is the right path into the future. Over the next 2 days, you will see already the first steps into this new world. You will see some very interesting and fascinating applications which are already available. Some things are already in the market, some things are about to come into the market, but you will probably only see 5% of the path ahead of us. There are so many more opportunities, and I would be really glad if people would share us on this path. Industry is changing dramatically. Not the big ones will survive. In any kind of technology business, have you seen that people who are innovators, who move fast, who implement fast, who act more than they just think, have been the winners everywhere. The list of technologies who have been superior and failed is endless. We can argue forever whether Betamax or VHS have been a better system, but Betamax or Video 2000, but VHS have won. We all can discuss forever whether Intel or Motorola processors will be better. Intel has won, but they didn't have the best processor. So being fast and bringing opportunities to the world is just better than sitting in a laboratory and trying to find the best path. You will see in these 2 days a completely different world of light, way beyond just a luminaire. And I think I'm therefore very, very happy also to have Olaf here with us, because what would be our life without art? Finding a bridge between technology on the one hand, but art, culture, and well-being on the other. And so I'm very, very happy to hand it over to you as the next speaker and help us on this trip into this very fascinating new world. Thank you very much. I'm personally very happy to be part of the Zumtobel Group. It's something like coming home, honestly speaking, and I have seen many things in life, but this is the most exciting assignment, and if Jörg still wants me, I'm going to be around for a while. Thank you very much.